You know what they say about the road to hell? Well, in this story, that road was paved with promises of fast money, speculative investments, and dreams of making it big online. Here's the dark side of Ethereum exposed. Hey, welcome to the Founders Code. Today, we will see crypto world. If you are new here, make sure to subscribe because we bring you stories of extraordinary people and their companies every week. Now let's dive in. The year is 2013, and someone named Vitalik Buterin is pissed. Not because he has bad breath or his morning coffee is cold. No, it's because the online world isn't as fair as he thinks it should be. The government shuts down a website. A company leaks customer data. A YouTuber takes down a video with nasty comments. All of these things make Vitalik angry. But then an idea hits him. Maybe instead of depending on people to stay true to their word, we can replace trust with code. Instead of asking nicely, why don't we demand things from each other by writing algorithms that automatically enforce our agreements? And that is how Ethereum was born. Now Vitalik is a programmer, and most programmers start out with some modest goals. Why does the sky need to be blue? Why do fish have to swim? Why can't all currencies be stored in a digital ledger accessible by everyone? He sets out to solve all of humanity's problems by creating a software platform that runs on a network of computers around the world. A platform called Ethereum. Now Ethereum is more than just a currency like Bitcoin. It's a way to do business without borders, banks, or bureaucrats. With Ethereum, Vitalik says, anyone in the world can trade anything with anyone else without being ripped off. And in the process, they will earn Ether, a digital token running on the Ethereum platform. Now at first, not many people care. But soon one guy named Chris Bernisk decides to throw his hat into the ring. He launches a service called CryptoKitties that allows people to buy, sell, and trade digital cats on the Ethereum blockchain. And overnight, the media goes crazy. Cats. Who would have thought? Suddenly, everyone wants to build something on top of Ethereum. A company launches EtherSeers, a popular marketplace for non-fungible tokens, or NFTs. An entrepreneur creates an NFT version of the game CryptoPunks. And just like that, the value of Ether skyrockets. Investors pour billions into Ethereum-based projects. Entire investment funds dedicated to Ethereum pop up across the globe. In fact, the entire world of cryptocurrency hinges on Ethereum. But the question is, was it really worth it? You see, while Ethereum makes it possible to create all kinds of cool stuff, it also gives hackers, scammers, and dreamers the chance to lose everything. And as the price of Ether soars, the stakes get higher. Suddenly, Ethereum becomes the Wild West of finance, a lawless frontier where anyone can strike it rich or get robbed blind. So let's expose the dirty little secrets of Ethereum and find out if it was really worth it. First, let's take a look at what happened in 2016 when a group of hackers managed to steal around $60 million worth of Ethereum. By exploiting a security vulnerability in a decentralized autonomous organization known as the DAO. The DAO was an Ethereum-based startup that aimed to use crowdfunding to invest in new technologies. But as it turns out, the code that governed the DAO had a flaw that allowed attackers to drain its funds. As a result, Ethereum was thrown into turmoil with many people demanding that the funds be returned. Eventually, the community decided to split the blockchain into two versions. Ethereum Classic, which kept the original blockchain with the funds still stolen, and Ethereum, which was updated to reverse the hack and return the funds to their owners. This event highlighted the importance of robust security measures in blockchain technology and served as a wake-up call for the need for greater scrutiny and due diligence before investing in new cryptocurrencies. Next, let's talk about the rise of DeFi, or decentralized finance. This is when people started locking billions of dollars worth of Ether in smart contracts, basically agreements written in code that govern how digital assets are traded and transferred. Now that sounds complicated. And even if it wasn't, there's a problem. When traditional finance breaks the law, the SEC steps in. But with DeFi, there is no phone number to call, no person to sue. If something goes wrong, you're pretty much out of luck. For example, in 2020, a hacker stole around $250 million worth of crypto by exploiting a vulnerability in the Beacon Bridge protocol, which is used to transfer assets between blockchains. Or in 2022, another hacker stole nearly $600 million from the cross-chain bridge network Poly Network by exploiting a bug in its smart contract code. These hacks show that despite the promise of high returns, DeFi comes with a lot of risks. And it's not just hackers to worry about. Some developers even intentionally scam investors. In 2017, a developer created a token called Dogecoin, which was a parody of the popular cryptocurrency Dogecoin. However, instead of making it clear that it was a joke, the developer listed the token on an exchange, causing its price to skyrocket. When enough people had invested, the developer sold their holdings and cashed out, leaving other investors holding worthless tokens. But that is nothing compared to what happens next. First, let's introduce you to the NFT. Non-fungible tokens are unique digital assets that can represent anything from artwork to collectibles to even real estate. They were first used in 2014, but it wasn't until 2021 that they exploded in popularity. That's when a digital artist named Beeple sold an NFT of his work for $69 million, and Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey sold his first tweet as an NFT for $29 million. Suddenly, everyone wants to make an NFT. Artists, celebrities, even companies. But most NFTs are just copies of each other. Take the NBA, for example. They launched NBA Top Shot, a platform for trading NFTs of basketball highlights. But once users realized they could flip these NFTs for a profit, they flocked to the site, causing some cards to appreciate in value by thousands of percentage points. Soon, the whole world is obsessed with NFTs. Sites pop up everywhere, offering NFTs of digital rocks, JPEG images, tweets, you name it. But as more people jump on the bandwagon, the prices of NFTs skyrocket and eventually burst, leaving many investors holding useless digital files. That's right, we are talking about the NFT collapse. But the weirdest part is that nobody knows what caused it. Some say it was because of the pandemic. Others say it was because of too many fake projects. But most agree that it was because of rug pulls. Now rug pulls happen when the creators of a project sell their tokens and run away, leaving investors with worthless coins. And as it turns out, there were plenty of red flags that could have prevented the NFT collapse, but most investors ignored them. Today, Ethereum has a dark reputation. Many people see it as a wild west of finance, a lawless frontier where anything goes. And maybe they're right. Maybe Ethereum is a victim of its own success. Sure, it revolutionized the world, but it also gave rise to all kinds of shady stuff. So what went wrong? Well, maybe it's human nature. You see, innovation brings opportunity, but also danger. When greed takes over, even the best systems can become corrupted. Just look at Enron, Tyco, and WorldCom. They were once innovative companies that changed the world. But when greed took over, they collapsed, taking their investors along with them. Ethereum is no different. Yes, it revolutionized the world, but it also gave rise to all kinds of shady stuff. But the thing is, none of this is Vitalik's fault. He created a great system that works. The problem is that some people use it for evil. So what's the lesson here? Well, maybe it's that nothing is safe. Even the future of money can be hacked, scammed, or abandoned. And even the most promising investments can turn out to be worthless. And that's why it's important to be cautious and do your research before diving into any new investment. It's also crucial to stay informed about the latest trends and news in the market and to be aware of potential risks. So stay sharp, keep learning, and never stop questioning. Closing, Ethereum definitely changed the world. But its dark side is a reminder that in the future of money, nothing is safe. Thanks for watching. See you next week.